Bienvenue à tout le monde au SIRHA Coffee Show pour le World Barista Championnat de France 2025.
Yes, welcome everybody here in 2025 in Lyon, France for the next competition we will start today, which is
World la Barista Championnat de France de Barista.
Exactement. Alors je vois que le premier candidat il est déjà prêt, les juges ils nous regardent. Allez Bart, je veux commencer. Je me suis levé très tôt.
Nous avons 8 candidats demi-finalistes qui vont concourir aujourd'hui pour peut-être devenir le prochain championnat de France et pourquoi pas le prochain championnat du monde de barista.
Exactement. Alors on va commencer parce que je vois qu'il a envie de commencer. Alors je vous présente le premier candidat d'aujourd'hui, le premier semi-finaliste, c'est Simen Andersen.
Bravo.
Bonjour, bienvenue.
Merci.
On va peut-être appeler les juges.
Oui. Alors
scène.
sensoriel, c'est Alexia, Martin,
Bonjour.
Mathilde,
Bonjour.
Oliver.
Bonjour.
Technical judges, Michalis, Mylis, and head judge, Lauro.
Principal, Lauro
Bonjour.
Fioretti.
Alors Simon,
Oui.
au début, donc, tu lèves bien la main,
Ouais.
tu dis time,
Ouais.
have fun.
Ouais. Merci. Can I get my music, please? You guys ready? Great. Time. Welcome, judges. C.S. Lewis once said, "You can never go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending." Now, as coffee people, we face beginnings we cannot change all the time. And as a roaster and barista myself, I face coffee beans that I cannot change the beginning of. But starting at where I'm at, I'm able to change the end result. Now, today I'll start by pulling your signature shots to let them cool down for the duration of my presentation. As I do that, I will explain the coffee that we're using today. Now, the coffee today comes from Finca Los Nogales in Huila, Colombia. It is a yellow bourbon grown at between 1870 to 2,000 meters above sea level. Now, Angie, our producer, like us, meets beginnings she cannot change. However, starting at where she's at, she's able to change the end result. Now, the yellow bourbon variety that we use today the bourbon variety usually carries a lot of flavors of ripe fruits and raisins. However, the mutation that we're using today has notably more citric flavor inherent to the bean. Now, Angie is starting to change the coffee and impact the coffee where she's at, even though she's not able to change the beginning, like the farm or the location of the farm, or the fact that her brothers grows this lot of yellow bourbon. Now, starting at where she's at, only 25 years old, she's in charge of the laboratory at her family farm. And she is on the constant search for a cup of excellence through using different fermentation methods. Signature shots first, right? Got too excited there. Now, Now, Angie has processed our coffee today through several stages. Firstly, firstly, after depulping and floating, the coffee is oxidized in the cherries for 45 hours. Before it is moved to depulping. Now, after depulping, the coffee undergoes a secondary process, an anaerobic process. Now, this anaerobic process is done together with the juice of the cherries it was just depulped from and the lactobacillus RN21. After 120 hours in these tanks, the coffee is washed and dried mechanically. Now, Angie has impacted the result of this coffee, resulting in today's flavors in the espresso as, please note down, exotic ripe fruits like guava, and banana. You will also find chocolate, and a hint of raspberry. In the aftertaste, you'll find that tropical flavor of guava again, along with the flavor of a grapefruit. Now, as I serve your espresso, I ask you to please first evaluate the crema, stir 4 times, and then enjoy it from the straight side of the cup in at least 2 sips. You'll find the tactile to be medium weight and juicy and smooth. Please enjoy. That's the straight side for you. I'll find the straight side for you as well. Please enjoy. That's the straight side for you. Please enjoy. And for you. There we go. Now, judges, are you ready to move on to the milk drink? Fantastic. Now, milk is one of those things that just comes as they are. I am not able to change the beginning of the milk. However, starting at where I'm at, I'm able to affect the end. And that's what I've done today with your milk drinks, affecting the ratio of your espresso to milk, but also the ratio of water in it. That's why I have freeze distilled your milk today. And that really brings out the good stuff in the milk. It takes the first things that melt, like the fats, the sugars, the salts, pretty much the good stuff, leaving us with a creamier espresso, creamier milk drink. Now, today's flavors are impacted by that, and you'll find chocolate milkshake. Now, in addition to this, I also pulled, you'll also find tropical fruits. And in the aftertaste, you'll find coconut milk, coconut, because in our milk, I also added 5% of coconut milk. And that aftertaste is followed by an aftertaste of guava. I pulled our espressos a bit shorter as well in order to make those tropical flavors come through a bit in our milk drink. Now, here you go. Please enjoy. Please enjoy. There we go, please enjoy. And last but not least, this one is for you. Now, we'll move straight on to our signature drink, which the shots have already been cooling. Now, inspired by the citric note inherent in our variety today, the yellow bourbon, I'm adding another citrus fruit. I'm adding clementine, and I'm adding 30 milliliters of this into our espressos today. Now, what this does is that it introduces an orange note in our signature drink. But it makes those tropical notes go a bit down. So I'm adjusting that by adding a coffee saccharum. Now I'm adding 20 grams of this. I made this coffee saccharum by adding 2 parts espresso pucks to 2 parts of sugar, letting the sugars draw out the flavor for 12 hours before I diluted it with 1 part of water right before filtering it. Now this reintroduces that guava flavor that you had in your espresso. Now, inspired by the grapefruit bitterness you had in your espressos in the aftertaste, I chose to mirror it with the quinine bitterness of a tonic. Now, what this does is not that it doesn't just add a new mouthfeel with a sparkly texture, and it lightens the mouthfeel to medium light, but it turns those banana flavors into more of a pineapple and white grape flavor. Now, I'm adding 30 grams of this to each one of your drinks. Sorry, 30 milliliters. Now, as you enjoy this drink, please enjoy it in several sips as you find the citric notes first, and then more of the tropical notes as you go on. Judges, it's been a pleasure to do this for you and make these drinks for you. Running a bit short on time, but still enjoying it. Now, as you enjoy it, please remember that although we cannot go back and change the beginning, we can start where we're at, and we can change the ending. Now, judges, please enjoy. Thank you. I'm just gonna leave it here. Time.
Thank you, Simen. Well done.
Allô.
Simen, take some water
Yeah.
and then come over here.
Waouh. Super contrôlé, super à l'aise, vraiment beaucoup d'informations. Si. Vraiment une belle prestation.
Merci.
Pour démarrer la journée bien
C'est-
aujourd'hui.
C'était dur.
On est très content. Ah, mais j'imagine pour vous, oui. Ça va mieux maintenant?
Ça a été mieux avant, mais ça va.
Ça va.
Pendant
Ça
la
va. Vous êtes
présentation,
terminé dans les
c'était-
temps, vous étiez tout contrôlé, c'était très bien.
Je ne sentais pas contrôlé, mais
Après, j'ai rien
j'étais
goûté,
pas-
hein, donc,
J'étais un peu pressé, mais ça va. J'espère que je peux le faire encore une fois.
You prefer in English or français?
We can do it in English as
Whatever
well.
you want. Okay. So it's your first time competing
It is first time competing in France,
in France. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you compete?
in Norway.
Norway, okay,
yeah,
Norway.
Where I was born.
Last year or a couple of years ago?
I actually competed last year as well.
Okay.
yeah.
So you choose Colombian coffee.
Yeah.
From the start, you had in your mind Colombian coffee, or you
Yeah,
cupped different kinds, and
So-
that was the one.
I tasted many coffees last year, actually.
Oh, thank you,
Thank you.
judges.
Thank you.
Merci.
Thank you.
Nos juges.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
judge.
Merci. Yeah, tasted many coffees last year, and yeah, I have a roastery in Montpellier, and I've been working with an exporter from Colombia. She sent me some samples. I tasted this coffee, and I was like,
Angie?
no, I'm working with Kata.
Okay.
And she works directly with Angie.
Okay. Los Nogales.
Nos Nogales.
Right.
Yeah. And so I tasted it. I was like, this is pretty decent. So I used it last year, actually, for
Not
my
decent,
brewers.
amazing.
For my brewers. Cup.
Amazing work that they're doing.
They really are.
For sure.
Yeah. And so I froze them down and
Okay.
used it this year.
Okay, well done. Well, I saw the faces of the judges. They were like, something interesting.
That's a good sign.
That's always a good
I
sign.
hope you're right.
En tout cas, Simen, bravo pour cette première participation qui était magnifique. Et donc, bonne continuation et un tour d'applaudissements pour le premier candidat du World Barista Championship France.
Simen Andersen, merci beaucoup.
Merci.